What up, family? How's it going today? IOBA, I'm TC. So, this video, I want to aim at young people. And I mean really young people this time. 20, 25, 30, 35, something like that. So if you're listening and you got a nephew or a niece or a son or a daughter and you're a single parent or something and you're trying to get them through this tough age, they just have them check this out real quick. First, they're going to want to dismiss any knowledge that coming from an older person, because they're going to want to say that things have changed since they were young, blah, 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 since we were young. And we don't know what we're talking about, and we don't know they struggle. But I got a bit of advice for them. Whether they want to listen to it or not, here it is. If you're 25, you're 30 years old, right? And you think you know everything about everything. You think all that you ever need to know in life, you already got that knowledge up in your head. If you think that way when you're 25 and 30 years old, and you getting smart with motherfuckers 15 years older than you and telling them they old and they don't know what the fuck they talking about, and you're a fucking prick because you think you got the world by the balls because you're 27 and you smarter than everybody else and they paying you this money, or you got this hustle going and you can't see past the next 5 years. But you think you set for the rest of your life. Then all of a sudden the fucking bottom falls out. Your contract goes away. You ask the wrong person for some pussy. Or you try to get with the wrong dude. Or your wife leave you. Put your asshole self out the door. Or your husband leave you because you got caught cheating. And you're down to one income or no income. Now you're struggling, but you were such a prick while you had a little something until don't nobody want nothing to do with you. So now you struggling. Now you trying to call up your elders, the ones that didn't know what they was talking about. You trying to borrow $50 here, $100 there, just to make it through the fucking week. Because you're such a prick till nobody wants to live with you. But let you tell it, everybody else is the problem. But I'm going to tell you guys something. And this is for men and women. If you're going through your young years, your most productive years with that fucked up ass attitude, then you're going to wind up lonely, alone, and broke. Lonely, alone, and broke. Because being lonely and being alone is two different things. But either way, you're going to be assed out by the time you get 45, 50, 55 years old. Because ain't nobody going to want to hire you. You probably ain't got the goddamn self-discipline to run your own business and do your own hustle for any length of time. And don't nobody want to live with you and help split the income because you're such a prick to live with. You can't be like that. If you got that kind of fucking attitude and mentality where you can't just deal fairly and squarely and be trustworthy to somebody, if you can't live like that, then live by your fucking self. I tell all the guys all the time, man, they try to live with a woman when they're in their 20s and 30s and they run around fucking this one and fucking that one and getting in arguments. I'm like, yo, just live by your fucking self and you can do all this fucking you want. But they such assholes until they can't hold down a job. They don't have the self-discipline to get up and go to work every single day, whether they want to or not. They something lacking in that department. They got something going on with them where they think they're going to be 25 forever. There's something going on with them. But I'm going to tell you something. Here's the next bit of advice for you young motherfuckers. You got to play the long game. You got to play the fucking long game. You got to think to yourself, in 10 years from now, what am I going to be doing? In 5 years from now, what am I going to be doing? I got to be doing a little bit better next year than I'm doing this year. If you get doing contract fucking work, you got to always be prepared for that contract to go away at some point. And if you're working for yourself, just know you got to work harder for yourself than you do for other people. Now, working for yourself is cool. It is wonderful. The point is to never allow yourself to be unemployed. Never allow yourself to be unfucking employed, even if you got to work for yourself, even if you got to drive fucking Uber, even if you got to work at Amazon for a couple of months or a couple of years, even if you got to take some shitty ass job like that. In this day and age, right here, right now, 2023, that's what you got to fucking do. And if you don't do that, then be prepared to join the homeless population. Because ain't nobody giving up shit for free. Not in this country. And you ain't got no money, so you can't go nowhere else. Ain't nobody giving up shit for free in this country, and you ain't gonna have no money, so you can't go nowhere else. You can never allow yourself to be fucking caught out there, be unemployed. And ain't nobody saying nothing about making no fucking six figures. You know how few people make six figures? That's the biggest crock of bullshit I heard since black people lazy. That's the biggest crock of bullshit I've heard since I heard that black Americans is lazy. The average salary, like Kevin Samuels used to say before he died, the average salary is about $40,000, maybe $50,000 right across the board, if you average it out all the way across the United States. Most people ain't making no six figures. They making five fucking figures. Low fives. I mean, hell, certified, bona fide teachers only making $70,000 down here in Florida. They starting them at 48 and they paying them up to $76,000, somewhere in the high 70s, but it ain't six figures. And they teachers and been doing it for years. You think your monkey ass at 26 years old can walk in a company and demand they pay you $100,000 for your bachelor's degree? Yeah. And if they don't do it, you're going to walk and you're going to be a dick about it. Nope, you got to take a regular fucking job to finance your fucking dream. You got to take a regular fucking job to finance your dream. Or if you're going to hustle, you got to hustle like you really fucking mean it. Like that is your full-time job. You got to hustle. What do you do? I'm an artist. What do you do? I'm a musician. I'm an electrician. I'm a plumber. You know what I mean? I'm a car detailer. Whatever you do, you got to get up off your ass and go do it. You can't fuck around waiting for motherfuckers to come to you because you your own boss. And you can't stop after 8 hours if it's more money on the table for that day. And you got goddamn bills to meet. You got supplies to buy. You got to hustle. That's your full-time job. And you can't fucking whine about it. Don't nobody want to hear you whining about how hard you working if you working for yourself. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it to you this way. Unless you're a plumber, a doctor, or anything seriously physical, unless you're doing something like that, yeah, you can mentally work hard. But working hard with your back, that's a whole different kind of working hard. And that's what I mean when I say work hard. I understand, the struggle that people who have to work with their mind go through all day. I get it. I totally get it. Believe me. I've had a little touch of that. It ain't easy. But when I say work hard, I'm talking old school, blue collar, sweat running down the crack of your ass working hard. A lot of these young motherfuckers ain't experienced that. I'm working hard. Yeah, I see that motherfucking keyboard is a motherfucker, ain't it? Go out there and slop some fucking hogs or dig a ditch. Because look, shit becoming automated. All of the shit, all of the coding, all of the fucking jobs that intellectuals do. A lot of that shit's becoming automated. A lot of blue collar shit's becoming automated. In order to make any money, you're going to need a trade. In order to make any money, you're going to need a trade. You're going to have to learn how to work with your hands. So if you're working with your hands already, then you really working hard. That's my definition of that. But you got to do something. You can't sit on your ass and wait for somebody to bring it to you, because it ain't coming. And you can't be an asshole, burning bridges, cussing people out, walking off jobs, doing all kind of fucked up shit when you have a job. You can't do that. The few jobs that's left, and if you out there struggling, you got to take one of them. You got to grab one of them. No matter how shitty it is right now, if you got any kind of brains in your head, you're going to be trying to think of a way to, either move up from that job or finance a dream that you may have. If you got any brains in your head, you're going to be trying to move up in that job, or you're going to fucking try to finance a dream that you have. Oh yeah, and another thing I didn't add to, child support. If you got children already, you 30 years old, and you got some kids, and you still running around walking off jobs and being a dick, instead of thinking about the big picture, just know, child support don't go away, ever. Them crackers want all that money that they gave to your kid's mother or whatever, they're going to take from you all the way till you hit Social Security. I'm not sure, but I think they take child support out of Social Security. I'm not sure. But be that as it may, the moral of the story is, and here's the wrap up. Coming up to your 20s and 30s and 40s, these are your peak earning years. You should be earning money now that's going to take care of you later on, when you get, up into your 60s and 70s, should you be so lucky and live that long. You got to be making that money now. You cannot allow yourself to be unemployed. You can't be such a prick till nobody wants to pair bond with you, because that's the only way you're going to fucking make enough money, pull enough money out of the economy to do anything with. And you can't allow yourself to be unemployed. With that, I'm going to close. Show this one to your nephews. Tell them Uncle Clyde sent you. Peace.